Hi and welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about Zoom and going through the basic video conferencing. This will be a relatively quick tutorial, just kind of going through the basics. And if you do find this useful, please do click on the like button, hit subscribe and tap that bell. It means a lot to the channel. And with all that said, let's jump on over to Zoom. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to want to do is actually head over to a web browser. So I'm just using Chrome here, and we're going to navigate to zoom.us. Once you land on this homepage, you want to navigate over to the sign in section. Now, if you haven't got an account already, you can use the sign up, it's free button just here, and a free account basically lets you have up to 100 participants for 40 minutes. However, if you only have 2 participants, then you can basically remove that 40-minute limit and have it continuous. So there's no limitations from that point of view. But I already have an account, so I'm just going to click on sign in. And then I'm going to sign in with my Office Guy account. Okay, so here I am within the web version of Zoom, and there's various different things that we can do in here, such as look at the plans and pricing and upgrade our accounts if we would like to. We have a profile section where we can do all the various different things in terms of setting our names, our profile pictures and things like that. Our meetings, so upcoming meetings, scheduling new meetings, previous meetings, and etc. Webinars, recordings, if you've recorded any of your video chats, can be found there. Settings over here as well. But the main thing that I'm going to talk about is just the very basics of actually using Zoom for video calls. So over on the right hand side here, there is in essence 3 different buttons. There's a schedule a meeting button, a join a meeting button, and a host a meeting with a little drop down. And the quickest and easiest way to set up a meeting in Zoom is actually to host a meeting right away and then invite people in afterwards. Alternatively, you can schedule a meeting or join if you already have a meeting ID. So in this tutorial, I'm just going to go to a meet now function. So we're going to host a meeting. Because I'm using my webcam for this recording, I'm going to choose with video off. So I'm going to give that a click. Now from here, it's going to basically ask you to download Zoom, and if you haven't already done so, you can basically just download it and then install the application on your desktop. Or if you're on a mobile device, get the app from the app stores. But I already have it installed, so I can literally just click on the Open Zoom Meetings. This will then take me to my desktop application, and it will load up all of the various details that I need. So from here, I'm going to make sure that I have computer audio clicked, and then I'm going to join with computer audio. So I'm just going to give that a click, and there we go. So now I am inside my meeting. There's a few things that we have here. So there's the meeting topic, because this was a meeting that was just created off the fly, so it wasn't scheduled. It's basically using my personal meeting room, and then obviously from your profile section within Zoom, you can obviously choose your name. So I've literally called myself That Office Guy, but you'll see your name in that section there. This is then your invite link from here, where you can then basically invite people in, and you can copy that directly to your clipboard. And then you've got a participant ID just here. So join with audio, so audio is connected, which is what I would like. And then if I would like to invite other people, I can do that from this section here. So from here, it opens up where I can then start to see all of my contacts, and I can copy the invitation to my clipboard or an invitation link. So the difference between these two things is one is a link directly to your meeting via the web, and the other one actually includes all of your meeting details and the ways that they can actually gain access into your meeting. Alternatively, you can email people here from the default email, Gmail or Yahoo Mail and so forth, right? So we can send out meeting invitations by email too. So if I just copy this invitation to my clipboard, what I can do is actually just go to a notepad and just show you what that looks like. So if I just paste that in, this here is what is inside that invite. So this is the web link, or this particular section just here is this link here. Okay. Then you have a meeting ID, and then inside there you have some of these what they call one-tap mobile buttons. So inside of an email or a message, a user can actually click on this these numbers here, and it will automatically dial them straight into your call from a mobile phone. So obviously you won't have the same functionalities you do with the Zoom app, so you won't have the video conferencing, but they will be able to dial in just like they would make a regular phone call. The first part is the actual calling of the specific meeting, and then this is the meeting ID, and that basically lets them get straight into your meeting. Now, when you set up a meeting and you schedule it, or in your settings, you can actually set which countries you would like people to actually dial in from. And from here, obviously, you can see I've only got the United Kingdom, but you could have a whole host of different countries included. And obviously, you can find the local number just in this end section just here as well. So that is what's included inside that invitation. So you can feel free to email that out. If I just move that out of the way, I don't need to save that. From the invite section there. So that's a really powerful function that basically allows you to create a meeting very quickly just by hosting it directly from the web, and then going straight to that invite and inviting people into your meeting. That way you don't have to kind of fuss around with setting up a scheduled meeting and inviting people that way. Although that it would potentially be the preferred method. This one is this methodology of creating a meeting on the fly and then inviting people is very powerful in itself, but you probably want to be leaning on scheduling in advance because you get a little bit more added functionality. Okay, so that's the main part there. At the bottom here we can see the microphone, and again I can just mute myself from here and unmute it accordingly. I can also include video. However, my video is actually being used to record this video for you guys, so I cannot activate it. There is obviously the option to choose multiple cameras as well. Unfortunately, this one's not working, so I only have my my iPhone, which is what I'm recording on currently. Then there's down following these menus across the bottom here, security, which basically then lets you lock a meeting or enable a waiting room. Allow people to chat or rename themselves, etc. Now you can obviously adapt and change these, so if you don't want people to rename themselves or unmute themselves, so you have more control, then you obviously have the ability to do these things just here. From the participants section, you can see everyone who's inside your meeting just here on the right hand side, and again you have the ability to actually remove them, rename them, mute, and basically expel them from the meeting as well. Obviously, because I'm the only person here, it's hard to actually show you what that looks like, but basically you get the option to kick them out of the meeting, to mute them, and so forth, and you can potentially even rename them. Any participants that you do have. Okay, then you have the chat function. Now the chat's down at the bottom here is quite a nice little feature. If I just move this a little way over this side. So the chat function here basically lets you type messages to everyone or just to the host. So because I'm the only person in the meeting, I only have the option to send this message to everyone, but I can type a message here and press return, and then you have a bit of a chat feed going directly on in your meeting. So you obviously have your video feeds in this section, and then you would have the ability to have chats down here where people can talk to you directly by selecting the host from the drop down, and you can obviously target specific people as well as you type messages. So very useful and powerful feature of Zoom. Next on the bottom here we have the record section. So if I just hit record, you can see that you get a couple of options. There's record to the cloud, so that lets me record this meeting and save it directly in my Zoom account, or I can record the meeting and actually save it locally on my C drive. So I'm going to click on this computer. Now after I do that, it starts the recording straight away. So over in the top left hand corner here, we can see that it is recording, and I can pause the recording and I can stop the recording. So if you ever needed to pause for a moment, you can do that, and if when you're ready to actually stop recording, just hit the stop button, and then from here what it's doing in the background is actually converting it to MP4 and then saving it to my C drive. Okay, and that's the record section. The last option here is to actually hang up and end the meeting. So once you have completely finished with the meeting, you can just click on that, and then the meeting itself will be over. And that is it really, guys. There isn't a lot more that I can really talk about the basics in terms of first of all starting your very first kind of video chat with Zoom, and kind of going through how it all works, etc., and basically creating a meeting from scratch, starting that meeting right away, inviting people in, and then obviously the various different functionality that you have once you have that meeting started. I will probably include a card in this video just at the top that basically is a link into my Zoom playlist, which will cover a lot of the other functionality, such as how to change the background of your video feed in Zoom, or how to add filters, how to actually schedule meetings, etc. So if all of that stuff is of interest to you, go check out that playlist. But with all of that said, I hope you guys found this video tutorial useful. If you did, please click the like button, hit subscribe, and tap that bell. It means a lot to the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next video.